You got your subject line, your greeting, quick really intro just to tell them what you're doing, your title, genre, page count, log line, maybe a comp. Lately, I've been sending to mostly managers looking for representation that way or assistance that way, management. So I do put a little bit about myself below that, but I don't go overboard and I don't exaggerate successes. I don't lie because they're going to find out if you do. But I'll say, in the script that I just have been sending out for the most part is the one that I advanced in Austin with. I think it's probably one of the more commercial and most producible films I've ever written. Of all the things I've written, that's the one I truly believe has the best chance of being produced and being shown, on a movie theater, on a screen. So I can, with confidence, promote that and feel comfortable. I think that's another thing, not to go off on a tangent, but if you're not excited about your own idea, no one else is. So I'm just throwing that out there. But this is a story that I think is funny, it's entertaining, it's scary, it's good, and it has a pretty low budget, I would think. So anyway, so I try to put that in there. I tell a little bit about myself. I tell a little bit about the story. I say, this is a Shaun of the Dead at a wedding or whatever, which is basically what I've been touting mine as. But just say it advanced in Austin. It's got positive feedback from a few, professional readers, which it has. And then I say a little bit about myself. Since it's a manager, I'm not just promoting the one script, I'm promoting myself. And I'll say, I have advanced in these other contests, smaller contests. But I try not to focus on that because getting quarterfinals in, the whatever, Timbuktu Film Festival isn't probably going to help you that much. But I put all the little successes I've had in there, minor ones. Just don't lie. Just don't exaggerate. Just say, here's who I am. Here's why I think it would fit your production company, your management, whatever it is. And honestly, after that, I just close it up. I say, thank you, for the valuable time and consideration. I've typed it so many times that my my autocorrect and auto spell just kind of puts it there at the bottom now because I've done it on almost every email I've sent in the last couple months. I do add one thing at the very end. I saw this years ago on a YouTube channel about it from a gentleman who was saying how he writes query letters and how he gets pretty good percentage of success. And I wish I had looked that up or tried to find it, but it was years ago, and maybe you guys can find it. I believe it was on Film Courage. And he says at the bottom, he leaves it off with, "Can I send this to you?" Like, end it with a question. Don't just say, "Hey, thanks, bye." Say, "Thank you for your valuable time and consideration. Can I send Isle of the Dead to you? Can I send Action Jane to you?" And he believes, and maybe rightfully so, it sounds feasible, that when you end it with a sentence, and then after that you'll put, sincerely, your name, your contact information. But when you end the body of the email with a question like that, he believes, and again, I think so, that the initial response from the reader, I mean, if they don't like anything that they've just read, they're probably not going to respond either way. But if you end it like that and they were on the border, maybe it's enough for them to respond and say, yeah, send it. I'll take a look at it. I'd like to see what you did with that, that concept. And so that's what I do. Again, in summary, your subject line, I put the title, genre, page count. I leave out query letter, submission, or whatever. Again, unless they have that in their rules of how to submit. Some places do. Greeting. The greeting should have a person's name. Even if you can't find it, try really hard to find something, somebody's name on there. I think it does make a big difference. If they see a mass email come through, "For whom it may concern, here's my script. Can I send it to you?" I don't think it's going to get as good a response as, "Dear, Mr. Stewart, I've finished this script. It's getting positive feedback. I think your, style, your genre, your history shows that you'd be interested in reading this. Then just go straight to, again, I put title, genre, page count, log line. And for managers, I put a little bit of something about myself. For producers, not so much. Thank you for your valuable time and information, valuable time and consideration. Can I send screenplay X to you?